What is the role of the family and culture in nation building? Yes, the single unit of the society presents as a family. Of course, when you take Ghana, for instance, you can break it at the national level and then come to a lower level of the region. From region, you can come to districts. From districts, you can come down and down to the societies or a given community. And what is a community? A community is just, a combination of a number of families. So family presents as the smallest single unit of every society. What it means is that if there is going to be any decay, it begins in the family. If there is going to be any lesson learned, it begins in the family. And the kind of system that we are operating here, as far as the aspect of family and culture is concerned, is very, very debilitating, very inimical. It is something that does not drive social and societal progress. So, one, it is to be a platform to teach values to the products of the family that happens to be the children. So one of the very important roles of family is a training center. We shouldn't see home just as a place that I keep my children and then they sleep and then they just, no, it is a training center. This is a time for us to be teaching our children certain values. So the values that we've spoken about, these 20 values, it is expected that we as the upcoming adults or the adults, we must imbibe it into ourselves, and then we must also pass it down onto our children. We must teach them the place of respect and honor. I'm not talking of respect as driven by fear and superstition. I'm talking of respect in its, classical essence. We must teach them leadership principles in the home. We must teach them the place of hard work. We must teach them consistency. We must teach them and then imbibe a sense of what? Patriotic nationalism. There is no place that presents a viable platform than the home and then the family when it comes to what? Nation building ethics, especially in the light of what? Of value systems. Number two, the family presents as a home for what? For spiritual essence. Number three, the family also presents as a place where there can be sound interaction. Very, very important. Sound interaction through mentorship. And in our indigenous culture, it used to be there a lot, where every member of the family seemed to have a role to play as far as correcting and shaping the child is concerned. Today, because of the influx of Western mentality and then Western culture, we are drifting more into the nuclear family system, where we have become isolated and insulated from the corporate family systems and family values. And because of that, it is even hard for your brother to even correct your child. It is even hard for somebody outside the framework of your nuclear family to even bring about corrective measures. We are losing our communalism, and then we are becoming so much disintegrated. Family and culture presents as a platform where there can be sound interaction. Again, and most importantly, the greatest contribution of family to the nation building is in the production or in the release of people with sound self-concept. Many people don't know that the first 5 years of a child happens to be the most important developmental time of the child, because studies have shown that it is over these 5 years that the child develops what is normally called in parental psychology as self-concept. And the self-concept is going to define and then determine the kind of friends he's going to make. It is going to determine the kind of decisions and choices that the person is going to make. Unfortunately, because of the weakness of our value systems in Ghana and Africa, and because of the weakness of, parenting, we just focus on taking them to school. And we think that sound parenting is just about paying school fees and then getting them chop box and then provisions. Those things are just basic. And we have forgotten, or we are woefully ignorant on these stuff. So the society has succeeded in producing people with wounded self-concepts, identity crisis. They don't know who they are. They don't value themselves. And that is why when they go out of the home and then they meet some people that promises them to give them maybe some money, they are going to fall into the hands of bad company and other stuff, because the person was not given a treatment or a better understanding on financial intelligence. The person was not given a better understanding on purpose, on life, and these things. What is the contribution of family and culture to nation building? Very critical. A platform as a training ground to push sound, value systems, to also grant a platform for sound interaction and mentorship by every member of the family. And then, as I said, most importantly, it is the best place to produce individuals or citizens with the best kind of self-concept, which is going to be the compass which will direct them throughout their entire lives. We are where we are because for many people, we have broken self-concepts. But all hope is not lost. As we engage in these conversations and go through the rubrics of how to restore these self-concepts with us, Ghana, and by extension, Africa, is going to see a new day. Thank you.